Hi guys, I'm Amy. This is a quick flow for when you don't have a lot of time, but you really need to get in that movement before you start your day. Okay, join me on your mat. We're gonna come to the middle of it, hands and knees, and just once your knees are under your hips, walk them out a little bit wider, and then bring your big toes together to kiss behind you. Sink your hips back towards your heels, stretch your arms out, settling into a child's pose where your forehead meets the mat, and you just sway your head, massaging it in the mat as you shimmy your hips back a little bit more. See if you can shimmy those shoulders a little bit and let the arms reach forward more. And then bend your elbows, let your head get heavier on the mat. Take a moment here to open mouth, exhale out. Big inhale in through the nose. Open, exhale out. Feel that deflation in the belly. Inhale in through the nose. Seal your lips as you breathe in. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale out through the nose. Bring a little energy in through the back of the throat, hugging those throat muscles in towards the midline. On your next inhale, slide your hands in underneath your shoulders. Press up through those palms, lifting your forehead. And you're gonna walk your way into a table with the wrists underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's tuck our toes under. Inhale, lift your tail up, drop your belly, bend your elbows, let your forearms come down. Lift your chin, cow pose. Exhale, press the mat away, round your back, pull your belly in. Bring those shoulder blades apart as your chin comes in towards your chest. Cat. Now inhale, bend the elbows so it's a little bit softer, more like you're getting ready to pounce, kind of cow pose. And then exhale, now as you press away, come up onto your finger pads and sink your hips back towards your heels. Take another inhale, lift the hips up off the heels, palms down, bend the elbows, lift the tail, lift the chin. And then exhale, tent the fingers, sit back with your hips towards your heels, keep your chin in towards your chest, howl out your armpits. And then inhale, lift back up, palms come down. Take an inhale, toes are tucked under, let your knees float. And then as you exhale, lift your hips, leading with that low back. Stretch the legs as you pedal them out. And then slowly start to walk one hand at a time up one hand print. Shift your hips, move through the neck. And then inhale, look down towards your thumbs. As you exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrist creases, high plank, push through your heels, long line of energy, gaze in front of your mat. Take another inhale here, pause. As you exhale, bend your knees and sink your hips back towards your heels. Inhale, come back into your high plank. Exhale, hips back towards your heels. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, let your knees come down. Untuck your toes. Bend your elbows, keeping those biceps in, and come all the way down onto your tummy. Slide your palms underneath your shoulders. Take them a little bit wider than just right underneath. And as you inhale, hug the elbows in, press the toes down, press into the palms, lift the heart up, let it come forward, hug those elbows in, take it a little bit higher, pressing into the palms, baby cobra. Exhale, take it back down. Same thing. Anchor the feet, anchor the hands. Inhale, lift up. And then float the palms this time, float the feet. Exhale, slowly come down. Slide your hands back underneath your elbows. Now inhale, flare the toenails against the mat. Roll the shoulder heads forward. Push into the palms, roll the shoulder heads back. Start to straighten through the arms. Keep the knees down, lift the heart up. Stretch the front of the throat. As you exhale, tuck your toes under. Press up through that tabletop and back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg kicks up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, take a couple circles, whichever way inspires you the most. Square the hip, take an inhale, lift the right leg up higher. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. Step your right foot in between your hands. If it doesn't land that way, just let it land where it needs to. Walk it up until the knee is over the ankle. Then inhale, take the right arm, reach it up towards the sky. Look up towards the hand. Take a rotation of the arm, reaching back. Keep that left hip high. Reach it up forward in front of you. Bring it back to the sky. And then exhale, right hand reaches down to the floor to frame your foot. Inhale, step your left foot forward with your left or with your right. That's going to make more sense. And then as you exhale, fold forward a little bit more. Take your hands up to your shins. We're going to inhale, pressing through the feet. Elongate the spine as you lengthen through the backs of the legs, trying to make a figure 7 with the body. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, bringing your heart forward, thighs back as you reach up overhead. And then exhale, interlace the hands, take them behind your head. Take an inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Feel your thumbs kind of dragging up the back of the neck to bring that head up even higher. And then you're going to exhale, bring the right elbow over to the right. Bump that left hip out as the left elbow reaches for the sky. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, take it over to the left, left elbow down, right elbow up. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, walk your feet out a little bit wider than hips width distance. Take an inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. As you exhale, we're leaning the head back first. Keep those hips over the heels. Then lean back through that upper back, mid back a little bit more. And then gently help support the head to come back up. We're going to exhale, swan dive down. Fingertips down to the floor. Walk your feet back, hips width distance apart. And then inhale, drag the hands to the front of the shins. Elongate your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. We're going to lower the left knee. Walk the right foot forward so that your right heel is a little in front of that right knee. Now take an inhale. Take your right hand on top of your right thigh. Maybe take that left hand on top of the thigh. Sink a little bit lower in the hips. Try to bring your shoulders square over the hips. Bring them back as you press away from that thigh. Now take your hands down to the floor. Push into your right heel, straighten the right leg. Maybe shimmy that foot forward a little bit more so that your hip is over your knee. We're going to try to walk the hands back enough that you can still be pulling the heart forward. Flex that right foot. And then maybe take your right big toe, turn it out to the right a little bit more. Hug that same right hip crease back to get a bigger stretch. And then bring the toes back up to the sky. Bend your right knee. Walk your hands forward. Take an inhale. Lift the left knee first. Ground the palms down. Inhale, right leg up. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Bring your right foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. Bend the knee. Open up that hip. Move it around. Then square the hip. Straighten up that leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, let's bend the knee in towards the nose. Bring your shin up higher from the floor and then step your foot forward. Again, bring in that heel right underneath the knee. We're going to press into the feet, hug the inner thighs together. Take that left arm up to the sky. Lift your belly away from your upper thigh and then stretch the arm behind you. Reach it back forward. Take a big reach back up. And then left hand to the floor. We're going to step the right foot together with the left. Stay hanging out here on that exhale. Root your feet down, slide your hands up to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out the spine, pull your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Push into the feet, inhale, heart forward, hips back, reach the arms to the side, up overhead, interlace your fingers. Exhale, take your hands down behind your head. This time we're going to twist to your right. Keep your hips squared forward. Take your right elbow back, left elbow's reaching for the top of the mat. Come back center with your gaze. Take it twisting over to the left. Keep that left rib cage going forward. And then come back through center. Walk your feet back out, hips width distance apart. Soften the knees here. Inhale, Lengthen up the spine through the back of the neck. And then exhale from the upper part of the neck to the mid-back. Go ahead, lean back. Help the head back up as you inhale. And exhale, fold forward, sweep the arms out, take the hands to the floor, walk your feet back in, hips width distance. Keep your left foot planted. Let's step that right foot back. Lower the right knee. Work your left heel in front of your left knee slightly. Then let's walk that left hand up. Checking in with the balance so you're hugging all the muscle onto the bone here. And you're gonna walk your right hand up. See if you can sink down a little bit more. And instead of twisting and hugging to that left side, try to turn your body to face forward towards the top of that mat. All right, now let your hands come down. We're gonna push into the left foot, bring the hips back, straighten the left leg. Maybe walk that heel forward a little bit to get a deeper stretch. And then see if you can really feel that left hip crease coming back. Turn the toes out to the left, hug the hip back even more as you reach the heart forward. And then turn the toes back up to the sky. Walk your hands forward, bend your left knee, lift that right knee up, palms to the ground. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And then take your left foot back down to the floor. Inhale, look to the middle of your mat. And as you exhale, just let your knees soften down to the middle, heels to one side, hips to the other. We're gonna sweep the feet out in front of us. And you're gonna take your hands behind you. The heels of the hands to the back of the mat, so those little creases are facing forward with your fingertips here. And you're gonna lean back with the elbows bent so you can pick up your right foot, cross right ankle over your left thigh. Slide the left foot back. You're trying to bring that shin parallel to the sky. And now keeping the hands with soft elbows behind you, we're just gonna sway side to side. Feeling free here to maybe even pick up that left foot. That's gonna make it a little bit deeper of a stretch. Keep your right foot flexed. And now let your right foot find the floor. Slide that left heel in towards your right glute. Hug around your right shin with your left arm. Walk your right fingertips behind you a little bit more. Hug the elbow in towards the spine. Inhale, lift your chin up away from your heart. As you exhale, twist over your right shoulder. Give it another inhale, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale, twist deeper to your right. Inhale, come back, looking forward. Take that left hand down, take your right hand over to the right. Let's take the right foot, slide it in front of your left shin. So we're crossing the legs, right leg in front of the left. Take your hands out in front of you and reach as far as you can while trying to press into the palms when needed to keep those hips from lifting up. And then walk your hands over to the right side a little bit. Feel that stretch of the left hip crease back. Walk your way back through center, rainbow the arms over to the left. Keep your right hip crease back. And then take your hands back forward, one more reach. Walk your hands in front of your heart, press yourself back up. Take those hands back behind you. Bend the fingertips out to the back of the mat. Slide your feet back onto the floor and then walk them in enough so that you can lean back and take the left foot up, cross it over your right thigh. We're gonna start to sway again side to side. It's a little seated figure four, and you're gonna slide the right heel back when needed. You can always puff up the chest towards that calf. That's gonna make it feel a little bit more deep. You can flex that right foot, keep the left foot flexed as well. Keep that softness in the elbows. Try not to get stiff in the neck if you start to feel the shoulders coming up. And then bring your right foot down to the floor. We're gonna let that left foot fall over. So the left knee is towards the sky. You slide your right heel underneath your hips. Keep the right hand behind you. We're going to keep the left hand behind you. Right hand is gonna hug over the left shin. And then that left hand is gonna walk behind. Sitting up nice and tall with an inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale, turn over your left shoulder. Get another big inhale, in, chin lifted. And then exhale, try to gaze behind even more, stretching the neck. Now unwind, come forward, cross the left leg in front of the right. Settle back into your sit bones, moving a little meat from the seat if you need to. We're going to take the hands out in front of us, pull the heart forward as you keep the hips rooted down. Fold and surrender in front of your legs. And then walk your hands over towards the left side, turning your heart towards your left knee, hugging your right hip crease back. And then you're going to walk it back forward. And then take it over to the right. Hug that left hip crease back. One final crawl forward. And then press up in front of you on your mat. Lift your head up. We're going to take a little lean back and let your feet come together. So the soles of the feet are together, knees out wide. You can always take the toes out a little bit further. That's going to be easier on the hips. So if it feels like you need a little bit more stretch, hug those heels in more. I want you to take your palms open on the inner thighs. Roll your shoulders back, close your eyes, sit back into those sit bones. Pull the belly button in to support you. And then just focus back in on the breath again. Trying to bring that nostril breathing through the inhales and the exhales. Evening out the length. And then let go of forcing the breath so much. Instead, move the focus to how the body is feeling. Checking in from your toes, up the legs, through the hips, the back, the belly, the chest, the shoulders and arms. Feel through the neck. And then take your palms, stack them in front of your belly button. Feel a little warmth rising, some energy here. And then feel that energy, that warmth, that glow, maybe a yellow color rising up towards your heart. Move and shift the hands over your chest. And then feel that bright energy rising from the heart up towards the head. Take your palms, cover your eyes with them like little goggles. And then slowly blink your eyes open. Take your palms down, close your knees together, and then you're ready to go and get your day going even more. All right?